everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today to film a review video of Small Bodies of Water by Nina Mingya Powles. This is the May pick for the Book Naturalist Book Club and also the group read for Springathon in the month of May. So I am very happy to have read this book in this month. I think it fits well with lots of reading activities that were going on in the month of May. I apologize if you hear splashing behind me. My parents' dog has just decided that now is a good time for him to go swimming while I film this review video. And I thought this would be a good background to film the video. You know, I'm here on the lakeshore at our camp, and because this book relates so much to water, I thought this would be an excellent place to film this review video. So, Nina Mingya Powles is a biracial person. Her dad is white and her mom is Chinese-Malaysian. She was born in New Zealand and then moved all around the world. She's lived in various different places, and in each place that she's lived, she's had some connection to the water. She really loves to swim. It's how she stays connected to herself and finds herself. And so she has a lot of special feelings for different bodies of water in each of the places that she lives. This is an essay collection, and it's written in a very poetic style because Nina is a poet, and you can really tell just by the language that she uses and the style that she uses in writing this book. And in fact, this book was the 2019 winner of the So yeah, it's definitely a lyrical type book, and I will say that it isn't my favorite style of writing. I do tend to prefer a more straightforward, linear nonfiction style when I'm reading nature nonfiction, and this definitely is not that. This is a drifting, fragmentary, vignette style collection of essays in which the pieces don't always come together into a connected theme for me personally. I did find things that I related to more strongly than others in this collection. I think that she writes really well about swimming and about the connection to water that she has. There's parts of this book where she discusses her relationship with her grandfather, who was an ichthyologist in Malaysia and wrote actual guidebooks to the flora and fauna of his region. And those sections actually were the most successful to me. I thought her love of family definitely comes through when she's talking about things like her grandparents and her parents. She's definitely, a family-oriented person. The other thing that she talks a lot about in here is the experience of being an other, the experience of being a stranger in any particular location, the feeling of trying to fit into a new home, a new place where you're living, and what that's like. Because she moved around so much as a kid, she definitely experienced some difficulties there, and she also, as a young adult, she moves around quite a bit and tries to fit in those places, England, China, different places. She also talks a lot about language because she was born English speaking, but she has been working to learn the Chinese language, Mandarin, for a long time, and in fact went to school in China to try to better her understanding and her ability to speak Mandarin. And various members of her family speak other language groups, other Chinese language groups, and she talks about that in here as well. So those pieces were all very interesting. The themes in this book of family and language and connection, I thought were all really great. I just didn't feel like the points that she was trying to make always connected for me throughout the book. So it was sort of as with any essay collection, there were ups and downs for me with this book. I did mark out a couple of passages. I apologize for the shaky camera. I did mark out a couple of passages that I wanted to share with you. This one particularly struck home for me because I feel very similarly about this topic. So she says, "My grandparents' house always felt like an archive of sorts. Not one left dusty and untouched, but a living record of a scattered family. At this moment, we don't know when we'll see each other again, but it doesn't always matter. This is an archive rooted in memory and in our shared habit of collecting things and never throwing them away." So that was just a lovely, a lovely thought about family and what it means when you're not always together, but you have these things that you've collected that are memories of your time spent together. And then as far as the nature writing goes, I've marked out this other spot where she talks about some of the nature that she experiences. So she's talking about somebody else's exploration of a particular area in Malaysia. And she says, the party paused to rest below the high forest and use water from pitcher plants for their tea. She kept her eyes low as the vegetation thinned, examining the mosses and tangled shrubs. Powerful winds had swept the dwarf trees and their branches close against the surface of the rock over time. In a photograph of this part of the trail, the trees resemble the finely sculpted bonsai of Japanese gardens. They stopped near a sheltered stream overnight where bright pink rhododendrons bloomed between slabs of rock. Leaving the others, Gibbs headed alone upstream to examine 2 deep pools and a low waterfall where she collected moss from the rocks. That kind of nature writing I really enjoy and appreciate. I thought there was sections within this book that had really beautiful descriptions of different types of ecosystems that I really enjoyed. So yeah, overall, I'm really glad that I read this book. I'm really glad to have experienced that the certain parts of the world through Nina Mingya Powles' eyes. I thought it was an excellent trip to someplace that I will never ever get to. I don't imagine myself ever making it to Malaysia. So I was glad to have that experience through literature. Anyway, I would say if you like poetic language, if you like essay collections, if you like the exploration of what it means to be an other in different places, if you like talking about language and linguistics, family, all that sort of thing, I think this is a great pick for you. And I would recommend that you try Small Bodies of Water. So next month we will be reading Annie Dillard, and I will put a picture up here of the book that we're going to be reading because I don't have it with me. And I hope that you will join us in the month of June as we read some more nature writing. Hope you're all doing well and finding some great books to read, and I will talk to you later.